So, last time on Iron Valor here with Candlekeep, we decided that we had to go find this sprite named Weedalide that was supposed to help us in our quest to save the forest so we could get out of this book, right? So, we headed off to do that. On the way, we found this tree with this golden sap, and Abigail tells me, right, like, okay, this sap, it's like a really nice drink. Like, it's really good. It tastes good, and it, gets you a little messed up. So I'm like, okay, great. Well, I'll collect it in a vial, and then after that, we can try this later, like when we're in a better place, when it's safe. Except I got some on my fingers, I didn't really think about it, and I tasted it, and then I was gone. I might have told the detective and the professor that I hate them, which isn't like entirely true. And then the Constable Lightbringer did some magic on me and brought me back to myself, which is probably a good idea. I'm not sure if I'm in like getting plastered around these people levels yet, if we're being honest.
Yeah, as much fun as it would be to see you guys eat that under any other circumstance, I don't want to die, so that stuff will make you really, really loopy. Don't eat it.
Like, put some in a vial.
Put some in a vial? Alright, Elowen, as you approach the tree to put some in a vial, give me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Yeah,
Amelia reaches out to, like, grab her, just in case.
Yeah,
Not yet,
I'm
but...
just gonna put it in, like, Elwin's explaining. It's like, I'm just gonna put some in here, because, like, I don't know, sounds like fun for later when we're not doing something
for it. But
Elwin, you walk over to the tree and you pull out your vial and you begin to scoop some in. And as you critically fumble this intelligence save, it looks good. You haven't eaten in a while, so you're filling it up, and yeah, a little bit of it gets on your hands, and you cork it up, and you look around and you're like, how bad can it really age?
Oh no!
I didn't even think about it.
And oh my god, it tastes incredible. Like
good.
Like the best thing that you've ever tasted doesn't even compare to how good this is. Like it hits your tongue and it coats your entire tongue, and you're kind of stunned by how delicious it is. And with a critical failure, the party sees you drop the vial and whatever else it is you're holding, grab onto the tree, proceed to lick the sap from the tree. Just straight on. Take a nice big.
Amelia is going to reach in.
You can't get enough. It's so good.
She's gonna put her in a full Nelson and like pull her away from the tree. Get off of it.
You crush the vial, releasing more of the scent into the air.
Oh my god, run!
We could have had that later.
Amelia is, all right, she doesn't even need the full Nelson. She got the half Nelson going on now. She's just like, all right, come on. I've seen enough drunk people to know where this is going.
It does look good, though.
You should document this for later, detective.
Oh, we're definitely documenting this, no doubt.
I hate you. Not you. You. And whoever said to document it, you points to the person. Yeah, you.
Yeah, that guy.
You and everybody else is.
So Amelia's still got her in the full Nelson, but she kind of like reaches down and puts a hand on her stomach, and her hands glow, and they kind of course through her. She's done this a few times. Like working as a cop, she's been asked to, break up a lot of bar fights and stuff like that. People that are way too drunk for their own good. So she's experienced with this, and she kind of pumps that golden energy into her. And after a second, the fog around her vision will probably kind of clear, and the swimming in her head will kind of fade away.
Whoa, that stuff is dangerous. Let's not go by tempting. Very, very tempting.
No, I mean, I think it went okay. You should do it again.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so we finally go, and we find that this place where Weedle-Eye lives, the water's all tainted, but there's all these little like mushroom people running around, and the sprites finally came out and opened up to us when they realized we weren't a threat, and they told us about the Eternal Spring, which is like the source of their water and their power, and so it's kind of messed up right now. They also told us that the summer solstice is in like 2 days or maybe 1, and that's when there's the most power in the world, which means that this god that's messing stuff up could like become real, which would be really bad. We don't want that.
All right, you guys continue on this winding path, and the trees are very packed together around here. And you do notice that every couple hundred feet or so, you notice another lightning bolt etched into one of the trees. You continue traveling through this narrow path, and then suddenly there's a break in the trees, and you notice that this is what you see. You notice that that the path is more like an actual dirt road almost. You see some of the trees have been cut down. There's a tiny little well over here. Gregory and Abigail have already discovered. You see a bunch of mushrooms all over the ground, and you have a feeling that you're getting close to your destination as the trees are kind of more spread out, and you get to this clearing here. Oh, the Eternal Spring. I was out one day, fluttering about like we do, and saw someone who's never been here before, and they were doing something to the water. You know about the Eternal Spring, right?
I've never heard of the Eternal Spring. Where would I have located? What is it?
Well, it's a bit north of here, but it's the source of all of the water in Naru and the magic.
Wow.
Mhm.
And this big folk lady did something to it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anybody that drinks it, well, they go kind of crazy.
No, I think I've seen someone do that.
Some
Animals even.
It says there's the spring is to the north. I can't tell you much, but I know that whatever's happening here has something to do with that spring. And if the water stays tainted, then everything here's gonna die. Well, whatever's going on, I know the summer solstice is approaching, and when the summer solstice approaches, that's it's when most of the magic is. It's when the most magic is in Laru, and well, that could. I don't know if I'm supposed to say. No. I probably shouldn't.
It's gonna be
If you
hard
think
for us to
it's-
help you if we don't know everything.
Let me guess. If more magic is in Laru, that's like the bad person can harness it and maybe like destroy the whole place.
Oh no.
Okay, well that's good.
Malar doesn't want to destroy the whole place. He wants to rule it.
Oh,
you
that's
know-
worse.
But
Wait,
no,
no, it's not worse, but it's bad.
Well, he's like a god, right? And gods need a lot of magic to manifest on the material plane.
I see.
Oh.
So it's a summoning ritual.
Outside the book? I mean,
What's
outside
a
of
book?
No, Abigail. They mean manifest.
So, we get ready to go, and then who shows up but the elf from the restricted section? Yeah. Her name's Taryn, and apparently there's this whole like thing that her and her people are doing that's sort of like, you know, Candlekeep shouldn't have all of these books, they shouldn't have all of this power, like, who gets to decide who knows what and stuff like that, which, like, okay, it makes sense from a, you know, a logical, like, standpoint. When you just lay it out like that, it kind of makes sense. But I'm worried. I'm worried because I don't really necessarily think that they're gonna use that power for good. But, like, what is good anyway? Right? Like, and is power immediately an antithesis of good? Because my family has a lot of power. But if you ask pretty much anyone, they're good. They're clerics and paladins, and they use that power, at least to some extent, to help people. So, objectively, Candlekeep is good too, right? Or at least neutral, right?
You hear this little scream, and you turn and you look, and you see an elf. And she looks probably instantly familiar.
Oh no.
As the last time you saw her, you were all in Candlekeep.
Oh hell no.
She's
Wait.
Jump on me.
She's standing on top of one of these mushrooms here. Don't move yet. Hang
Okay.
on. She's standing on top of one of these mushrooms here. She just kind of chuckles to herself. How cute. You think they're real people. She goes,
Don't your anime villain laugh at us?
you realize
Freak.
she goes, you do realize that this is all a storybook, right? And if only you would just cooperate, we wouldn't have to do all of this storybook nonsense. She goes, she'll point at you, Elowen. She'll go, you know where the book is, don't you? And little one kind of glances over at you. What is?
I'm not telling you anything. Whether I know it or not, let's say I don't, I'm just gonna make you find that out yourself. The bigger pain in your ass I can be, the longer it'll take you to succeed.
It's nothing personal against you. It's simply, it's the establishment that you work for, the entire Candlekeep library. They
what? Hold books?
hold the knowledge that they contain and keep it from being out into the world.
I mean, it's a library. You can check out the books. Have you thought about getting a library card?
They really haven't told you anything, have they? But of course, why would they? That's their whole thing. Control what people know, and you limit the progress. You limit the ability of those who are willing to seek and do whatever it takes to get the knowledge. It goes flying, and it lands in front of her on the ground, and she pauses for a second as you say, we could just talk. She'll look like, oh, now you want to talk.
I always wanted to talk. You're the one that summoned a giant caterpillar.
Well, you sicked your attack dog on me.
Well, you knocked me unconscious.
Well, no, that's fair. All right.
Thank you. And
Taryn's sitting here. She was considering staying and having a little chit chat with Elowen, but then Gregory came down there and started throwing shit at her. She's like,
My bad.
She goes, look, if you make it through this, she's talking to Elowen, if you make it through this, I'll see you back at the library. And she will use her full movement to escape, action dash, all that good stuff, and just
I don't like all this thinking. At all. Not a big fan. But I guess I'm gonna have to do it more. After all, Taryn said if we survive this, that her and I are gonna talk. And I kinda wanna know what she has to say. Even if it's just like so that I can fully disagree, right? Like, knowledge never hurt anyone.